Welcome everybody to Snake Cinema and Music Reviews. I'm your host, Prince Elias. This is Jasmine, and today, Jasmine's going away. Today we are reviewing both the movie and the soundtrack to Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever. This movie has been long awaited since the first one. We knew Marvel was going to bring it back, especially with all the money they made in the first film. Ryan Coogler, I tell everybody he's the best thing to happen to the MCU. Only black director in the MCU, and he's the best one. Argue with your mama on that. Yes, the Russo brothers are amazing. They killed it with Endgame and Infinity War, but if you look at their catalog and you look at Ryan Coogler's catalog, they have some hit and misses when it comes to their films. But Ryan Coogler, he's only had 4 films under his belt, and all 4 of them are hits, no misses. I'm damn near perfect as a director. And y'all can say I'm biased, I don't care. And as you can see, how does Black Panther 2 Wakanda Forever, both the soundtracks and the films, compare to each other? Do I like the first one more than I like the second one, or vice versa? We're about to talk about it right now. So first of all, they had a lot stacked against them with COVID, with the loss of Chadwick Boseman. And I feel like they did a great tribute honoring him and saying goodbye to him. The man, the actor, as well as the character, T'Challa. I think they did the best they could. Also, again, working around with the pandemic, because they were shooting in the height of the pandemic. Matter of fact, all of Marvel had to rework itself, the scheduling, the shooting, everything, because of the pandemic. So the TV shows, everything, the whole Marvel timeline had to be delayed, and then switched around. So Ryan Coogler had a lot to work against him, and yet he pulled it off masterfully. The first 10 minutes I was crying. In the middle, but then an hour or two, because it's almost damn near a 3-hour movie, and I didn't even feel the 3 hours. I was crying in the middle. At the end credits, please stay for the end credit or mid credits, whichever, just stay. I cried. It was a beautiful, beautiful film. It was still black as hell, just like the first one, although they did add some brown flavor to it. Shout out to all the Latinos, Latinx community. Even though y'all were the bad guys, y'all still did y'all things, and y'all were badasses. It was a great, great movie. Acting across the board, there was no weakness as far as the acting department. There was some scenes or certain side characters that we could have done without in this film. Like if you cut certain scenes, I'm be honest, when you cut the Caucasians, I'm not gonna say it like that. When you cut out the FBI agents and the feds and Hydra, well not Hydra, but all those people that always try to keep the Avengers in line. If you cut all those scenes out, this will be a damn near perfect movie. I technically feel like we didn't need them, but the MCU, they gotta throw them in there. But to me, this was a damn near perfect movie, because all the acting across the board. Letitia Wright, Angela Bassett, Denai Guerrera, Lupita Nyong'o, Winston Duke, the man who played Namor, I'm sorry, I'm forgetting his name. I think it's Tanuk. His first name, Tanuk. Everybody was amazing. The side characters was amazing. The young lady who played Riri Williams, aka Ironheart, did amazing. I'm super pumped for her Disney Plus show. After watching this film, she was the comedic relief, and I just felt like everybody understood the assignment, especially Angela Bassett. She understood it more than anybody. Her and Denai Guerrera, their scene together, I'm not spoiling nothing in this film, their scene together gave me chills. Even when I see screenshots online on Twitter and Facebook, I'm like, yeah, that scene hit hard. But and all the new characters, the brand new characters from both teams, the Wakandas and the Namor's tribe, they everybody did they damn thing, honestly. And I really, really love all the characters, and you know, I'm not going to spoil anything, but those who are alive by the end, I hope they come back for other Marvel installments. Even outside of the Black Panther franchise, if they just pop up as side characters and other properties of Marvel, I would be happy, because to me they are the best. When the Dora Milaje popped up in Falcon and Winter Soldier, I was happy. So I like when the Wakandans or anybody attached to Black Panther show up in other Marvel properties. So shoot, if we could throw them in a small scene of Ant-Man and Wasp, I would be happy. But you know, that film is already made and coming out, I think January or February. But yeah, I will say, non-spoilers, I love the story. I love the way they honored Chadwick Boseman. I love the acting. The direction was perfect. Even the CGI got better. As much as I love the first film, we can all agree that CGI was a little spotty on some of them scenes, especially like when Killmonger and T'Challa was fighting towards the third act. You know, there were just certain CGI scenes where you like, ugh, and you put on a big giant HD TV or 4K TV, you like, yeah, that ain't perfect, that ain't beautiful. You could tell Kevin Feige gave them more money in the CGI department, because it is 10 times better. How I compare it from the first to the second, I'll be honest, I enjoyed the second way better than the first. It's just, I don't know why. It's not for the lack of Chadwick, because Chadwick is amazing as T'Challa. But I just think, as far as storytelling, emotions, cinematography, acting, everybody did their damn thing. I just really feel like I just really enjoyed. I will rewatch the second one more than I rewatched the first one. And I watched the first one in theaters 10 times. Like, I went to the movie theaters literally 10 times to see the first film, because I went with so many different people in my life, from friends to family members, and then I went to see the movie by myself. It was just, I don't know how I ended up going to the theater 10 times, but I did, and I don't regret it. So I feel like I'm going to watch Wakanda Forever way more than that. But now, because I'm doing a double feature on this vlog, I'm going to rate, or I'm going to talk about the soundtrack, because Kendrick Lamar produced the soundtrack and curated the soundtrack of the first film, and I think he might have had some behind the scenes production stuff in this one, but I'm not sure. But I do know a lot of these songs were written by Tim's, and they had the same Luig, I think that's how you say his name, Luig, producer and score, the guy who made the score. They brought him back, and he did his damn thing. Him and Tim's did amazing with the score, the background vocals, and then of course the Rihanna song. Actually, they gave us 2 Rihanna songs, but even the other artists, because this time they didn't just have it all 100% hip-hop, blackity black. They also mixed in reggaeton. They mixed in a lot of different Latin music artists with this. They even had a little combination of the both in certain songs, like for example Snow the Product. She did a song with E40, so you got that Latin hip hop mixed with the regular, you know, the black folks hip rapping. So you know, they let them speak in Spanish on these songs with no problem. And even though I didn't understand some of the songs, it was still a vibe. It was still a bop. And I've been listening to this soundtrack on repeat, like no skips. No skips at all. So I would say the soundtracks are even with each other. If I gave the first soundtrack a 10 out of 10 score, this soundtrack also get a 10 out of 10 score. They're both 2 different vibes, 2 different flavors, but their music was phenomenal. And like I said, when I listen to an album, no skips, from beginning to end, repeat listenings, it it was worth it. So I would give both Wakanda Forever movie and soundtrack 10 out of 10. Definitely top 10 movie I've seen thus far, and I've seen a lot of films. From big, huge blockbusters to the indies, to the horror, to the documentaries. And so I will say this is definitely top 10 on my list for the end of the year, as well as the music. And so I enjoyed both. I love both, and I recommend it. If you have not seen Black Panther Wakanda Forever, you need to go to the theater now and see it, because spoiler reviews are out and they're going to continue to be out, and the memes on social media are out. So if you ain't seen it by now, you need to go see it. And if you have seen it, go see it again. Support this film. Let's get it to the $1 billion club, just like we did the first one. It's amazing. It's already gotten the second biggest opening of the year, opening weekend. So let's get the second weekend and the third weekend and the fourth weekend up there, because this film deserves it. This was the best film of phase 4. I think this is phase 4. Of this phase of Marvel, because Ant-Man and the Wasp are kicking off the new phase 5. So yeah, this was the best one out of all of them. And this is better than Thor. As much as I love Spider-Man, this is better than Spider-Man. This is definitely better than Doctor Strange and the Multitude of Madness. And I've enjoyed those films, but to me, this hit hard, and Ryan Coogler and the team did a great job. So those are my reviews for Black Panther Wakanda Forever, both the film and the soundtrack. Have you seen or listened to the music? Comment below. Let me know what you think. What's your ranking? How does it rank against the first one? How does it rank against phase 4? Give me all of your opinions, and if you haven't seen it, go see it. That is it. I am your host, Prince Elias. This girl is Jasmine, and this is Snake Cinema and Music Reviews. Peace.